I don't think you understand how mad I am right now. I just recorded this entire episode and none of my microphone audio saved. So now I'm voiceovering the entire episode. Hello everyone, my name is Jessica, otherwise known as Munato, and welcome back to the second episode of my lepacy series. I want to start off this video by saying thank you guys so much for all the support on my first episode of my lepacy series. Right now, I think it is currently sitting around 700 views and I think like 30 likes, and that is by far the best one of any of my videos that I've ever made on this channel has done, and I am just so grateful for it. In the last episode, Alice and here gained 2 lovers. Our first lover was Tom Shallow, and our second lover was Don Lothario. And as you can see, I gave him a little bit of a makeover, so I'm super excited to show you because I think that he is hot. Anyways, we ended the last episode with her chatting with Ruby, which I believe is like Dawn's ex-girlfriend, and now she's sitting here talking with Walter. I don't know who he is or how he even ties in, so you're done. I'm gonna have her go to the gym and shower though because she's stanky. She is very stanky. So our lovely Alice and Queen decided to piss me off and take a taxi everywhere in this entire episode. I don't know why she kept doing it. I don't know if it was like the fun was low, so she didn't want to do it. She wasn't fatigued. She just would not run to where I was telling her to, and she literally burned through like all the money that she made. It was kind of ridiculous. So in the last episode, we had played one day. That was literally a singular day that I had played. And I'm not sure what was taking me so long. I don't know if I was just chatting it up and like pausing my game or chatting it up and playing in speed 1, but it was like really long, and the episode itself was longer than I expected it to be. I think it was like 40 minutes when I wanted it to really be like 30. So I play with NROS Relativity, and I think I have it set to 20, and I think the default is 27. So that could be a factor, but I can't imagine that that's what was really causing this, because I played in a different world, which was kind of like my tester world, kind of like my current household, to just make sure that everything was running smoothly and will run smoothly in the future with this lepacy. And a day is not that long. Like, a day is maybe 15 minutes. So not even 15 minutes. I'm actually over exaggerating. Like, when I tell you that, like, it should have not taken that long, I don't know why it took that long. I don't know why Miss Girl decided to walk around the gym in her sleepwear, which is like low-key lingerie. But period. Anyways, she wanted to work out, and that wasn't really what I had planned for the day, but I just kind of let her work out a little bit. Yeah, she sucks. Anyway, I think it is about time that we give Mr. Don Lothario a call and see if he wants to go out. I think that we should take him to the art museum. Nothing wrong with that. It's a free, nice little fun place to be, you know? Sure, that sounds like fun. Let's meet there. Great. We will see you soon, Donnie. Okay, so she has gotten the want to go on a date with Tom, which is kind of funny because we're going on a date with the other one right now, but it's okay. We will make that happen. Accused of cheating? Are you serious? How does he even know that we cheated on him? Okay? Be so for real. Like, we didn't even see Tom. We were on our home lot. Never seen this man in my life. Anyway, here's this hottie that I gave a makeover to. I think that he is so fine, and I agree with the Dawn hate, you know, I fully do, but I gotta say, he is fine. This is like so ironic because like I know you're cheating, Dawn. I know you are cheating. Like, don't try to sit here and blame this on me. It's not on me. You are a cheater too. Don't even mess around. And my lights are just not working, so I have to like manually go around and turn them on. I don't know why. There's a building full of people and the lights just won't turn on. But here is Hunter Cotton Eye. He is kind of attractive. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of F with it a little bit. And then we had some other Sims. I know there's like Dallas Shallow there. I don't know who that other girl was. I think her name was Heather. But yeah, Dawn decided to accuse us of cheating. Oh, and then they found out they're both a schmoozer. So, and for some reason, Allison's first instinct in almost any conversation that she has is to kiss the other person. It's definitely because of the inappropriate trait, and I do like really enjoy playing with it. There's a lot of interactions that I didn't even know existed in the game. So, you know, I kind of rock with it. I like it. And she just kept trying to flirt with him to get him to like stop being so mean. But I have learned that whenever something like this happens, like you have to let the sim like literally cool off, because the sim will have like the betrayed trait or whatever, and until that goes away, like they just will not talk to you. So instead, since he was being so rude, I was just going to invite Tom out to the park. I think that's where I was going with this. I'm honestly not sure. Like, this is really hard to like remember, and I literally just filmed this. Here's me showing off Dawn's little like shack barn. It's so weird. I don't know. It's just EA being EA. So I found this little fishing spot that I was going to invite Tom out to. And he was busy for 3 hours. So we were just stuck with Dawn, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But I did get the notification here that Tom and June decided that they needed to move out, and they are no longer living together because they just couldn't deal with each other. So I was really trying to get her to make it up to Dawn and just have them like become friends again, but no matter what I did, like he was mad. He was really mad. Which I know I keep making jokes about this, but by all means I do not condone cheating. I hate cheaters. Been there, done that. As in I got cheated on. Like, it's not fun. It's not a good experience. But this is The Sims, and a lot of the times they just flirt with anyone, especially with the autonomy up. I love to just make things messy. So, by all means, I don't stop them because it makes my gameplay a lot more fun. And I also kind of think that, like, whenever I try to force two Sims together, it gets very boring because it's like the Sim doesn't want it and I'm literally just forcing it. At this point, I literally didn't know what to do. Like, Dawn was just not taking it, and I really needed to walk away, like, 4 interactions ago. But I eventually just gave up because he just kept yelling at us, and it was like, I get it. So I wanted to come over here and talk to Hunter Cotton Eye because he is not a bad-looking Sim. I could have sworn he was one of, like, the incest ones, but I think that might be Twinbrook. And as I was trying to have this conversation with the lovely Hunter, this absolute man-child in the other room would not stop screaming. And, of course, as Allison does in literally any conversation, she tried to kiss him. Literally, the second interaction that they've ever had, she tried to kiss him. And just absolutely screwed this over. Did you hear that? Grown-ass man, by the way. So Dawn kept having this like knife over his head, which I am pretty sure is the like nemesis. I have no idea why, but he just kept going. It was ridiculous. And here she got a call from her boss. And I kind of just ignored it, which at the time I didn't know it was her boss, and I probably should have picked that up and had them talk because that's literally their entire career, but it's fine. There he goes again. Literally, there he goes again. He just loves to interrupt me. So here I started to have Allison get to know Hunter a little bit. You know, just asking him his age, his gender preference, where he works, consider his attractiveness, because I really want her to get with someone. And she's not having it. Almost every single person that she's met has been like a 3 out of 10. So Hunter here is in the criminal career, which I thought was very interesting. Like, I totally would have thought he'd been in the military career. And he's a bisexual king. And I think he was like 20 something days older than us or something. And he is single. And I think she found him like a 5 out of 10. I don't know. Like, she's just not rocking with it. Here is where I was discovering the different things that you could do. Like, she could complain about June's family. She could make fun of June. She could complain about Dawn. Like, I have never seen these interactions before, ever, in The Sims 3. And they all come from the inappropriate trait. And I just think that that is so fun. Like, I low-key want all of my Sims now to have that, because I feel like it's just so messy. Like, she can literally sit there and shit talk someone who's in the literal other room, and I just think that's so much fun. At this point, Allison wanted to mooch some money off of him, which obviously we're literally so broke. So she tried. And then Dawn screamed so loud that it literally startled me. And I believe at this point I threatened to reset him because I was so tired of him screaming in my ear. At this point, it literally felt like 5 hours. So I tried to ask out Tom again, and he rejected me again with call back in 1 hour, when I swear to God it had been more than 3 hours, but whatever. I just kept having her chat up with Hunter and eventually got bored and just really wanted her to make up with Dom because I really, really, really want them to get together. So I came over and apologized, and I tried to get him to calm down, and he literally fucking lashed out at me like, hello? Why are we acting like this? So I was just trying to deeper conversation my way out of this one because I really want them to make up, and I think that like how he found out was really stupid. But he apologized to us, and I got this amazing screenshot to use as a thumbnail. Then, of course, Allison had to ruin it and yell at him, which then made him mad. And then he was going to slap us. He literally slapped us. Look it. Unbelievable. Like, I can't even believe it. The relationship is super messed up, and at this point, I really should have just walked away because there was no fixing it. But deeper conversations kept having them apologize, so I really thought that it would, like, fix it. Update, it didn't. And that interaction of her, like, literally face palming makes me laugh so much. I have never seen that before, and I just thought it was so funny. Like, I was laughing out loud when that happened. At this point, I knew it had been an hour, so I was like, let's call Tom up and go on a date again. And, you know, I should really just learn my lesson. They don't want us. Both of them. You know, I thought this series was going to be so much fun because we're starting it off with bang. 2 lovers. 2 lovers. Both of them don't want us. At this point, I was just looking around to see where he lived. Could not find where he lived. I have no idea now, even after I filmed that entire episode. I still don't know where he lives. He moved out, as far as I know. I got the notification saying that he moved out from like where he was living, which I believe was with his parents and June, which was his wife. I can't find him. Literally can't find him. At this point, I just gave up because I couldn't find him, and I realized that we really had not utilized the Kleptomaniac skill. And also, I just found some seeds on the ground and had her get that because we really need to have her, like, start a garden up for one, so then she doesn't have to spend money on groceries. And also, it can be like another source of income because right now, like, she is literally not making anything in the business career. I didn't even think it was that possible to make so little in the business career because I thought you made a lot of money. But yeah, you make literally nothing. So here I am just trying to find a victim in our relationship panel on who we can rob that isn't our coworker because I didn't want to get caught and then have that ruin our chances of getting up in the career. So I decided to go with the broke family. Even though I knew I wasn't going to get much because they live in a little trailer park community. And here I am again trying to get her to run. And she wants to use a taxi for $20. She gets like one lick of like having money and she just instantly spends it. Like that's just like a common thing that kept happening. And I don't understand how. Like she's a mooch. Like I would think that she would be like, let's walk to the grocery store today. No. $20 taxi. Insane. Once she got invited inside, I realized that I was not getting anything good. So at this point, I was like, okay, let's try to steal something that will be useful, you know, like a bed or a shower because she really needs that. Because, you know, she's living on a literal plot of land. Like, nothing to her name. Literally nothing. She has a few, like, fruits and seeds, but that's it. So, my goal here was shower or toilet. Allison has swiped the tushy tissue. It's okay though, because, you know, we have a few other swipes. At this point, I think her name is Ruby, tried to come into the room that we were going to swipe from. So I had her swipe again, and she swipes the sink. That's fine. Okay, like we have a few more swipes. Like let's try to get at least a bed or like another bathroom piece. And guess what we got?
You actually this stupid.
I don't know.
So that ended our swiping for the night because she had swiped too many things. So I was going to have her go home and then I realized she has nothing home. So she had to go all the way back to the park where I was having her sleep on the park bench because there's no parks that are like near where she lives, and have her sleep until work. For the sake of my sanity, please just ignore the fact that it sounds like the audio from the game is coming out of a literal can. I don't know why it's doing that, but she's off of work now. And she is finally taking the carpool, so I won't get charged $20 for her to go somewhere. While she was at work, she got the want to go out on a date with Dawn, and Tom is in a relationship with Ma. Like, the prompt even said at the bottom, is wedding bells in their future? Are you serious? Anyway, I was really trying to get her to start planting her garden because we really need to like actively try to, you know, make money, but her fun was just so down and she kept canceling me out to then go talk to random people. So instead I had her call Dawn, and of course he didn't want to talk, so I had her call Tom, and he decided to chat for a little bit, which was great because it's been a while. After she was done talking with Tom, I tried to get her to call Dawn again because I really wanted to repair the relationship. And of course, you know, Dawn rejected me again, and I have never seen this prompt before. And I quote, "Will you please stop bugging me? I don't want to talk right now." At this point, her fun was just too low to do anything. So I was trying to think where I could take her to have her get her fun up. And the only place I could think of was the gym because they have nice TVs. And look here, I even corrected myself so she wouldn't take a taxi. And then she still took a taxi. Like she just wants to drain her money. And look who was at the gym. Baby girl, you cannot get away from me. You will never get away from me. But I decided to leave it alone because I didn't want to drag down the relationship even more. And I just had her shower while he flirted with some random girl outside and then calls me the cheater. Like, okay, Don, whatever floats your boat there, buddy. So apparently you can't allow them to just watch TV at the gym because I selected this and then it got canceled. And there's also like some weird glitch where the showers at the gym take a stupid long time. Like, I have never seen a shower take that long. Here's me changing my relativity to 23. I thought it was a good kind of medium in between what I was playing on to what the default is. I just kind of feel like the day is still going by like a little bit too slow. So bear with me as I find the sweet spot. I just had Allison dance it up a little bit in her basically lingerie sleepwear because that's all she ever wants to wear at the gym apparently. But we don't judge. We don't judge. But we do stalk our prey. And we were lurking, okay? He looked good. I was literally watching the counter go down from the lost a friend because I was pretty sure that once that went away, he would maybe cool off and like let us talk. So of course, I had her come over and enthuse about dancing or boast about dancing, something like that. And he was not rocking with it. He did not want to hear it. So I said, okay, we're just going to go ask our other boo out on a date right in front of you because you're pissing me off. And you'll never guess what he said. I'm a bit busy. Call back in 3 hours. Okay, bro. Like every single time we call him, he's busy. Like with what? I'm pretty sure he just goes to work and he's in the athletic career. And the athletic career has, I think, like a later schedule. Like, I think they start at 3. He has an excuse. I'm just, not having it. So, I'm trying to talk to Don again because I really just want them to repair it. And he's just not having it. So, we go talk to Sherman over here, which I thought he was pretty cute. She did too. Not that much, though. I was honestly just trying to pass the time because I want Dawn to like us again. And Dawn saw us talking to Sherman and decided to, yell at a child for it. So I would just like to say that we are not the problem because he's yelling at a literal child. So I just had her continue to get to know Sherman, ask his age, ask if he was single, and ask his career, such and such. So we found out that he is in the law enforcement career, and he is 1 day younger than us, and she thinks he's a 7 out of 10, which I think is like around the highest. And he is married to someone. And he goes like, Lorman. Oh, and their signs were compatible. So I was just kind of checking around, saw this really cute toddler, and it made me think about how I want babies. Now Allison, which this kind of made me go on like a little bit of a rant about how I don't think Allison would have more than like 1 kid. She's barely committed to a man, first of all, and she just doesn't seem like the family type. Like, I don't know, I just feel like she wouldn't be purposely trying to have multiple kids. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out. At this point, I was just trying to let them autonomously do something. I didn't want to have me initiate the flirt, but she did, and he didn't want it. So I just backed up, let them do their thing, and they never ended up flirting more than that. So back to what I was saying about the one child thing. I think it would actually help us too whenever we go to World Adventures, because in the past experiences when I bring 2 people to World Adventures, I always forget about one, and then it's like they just kind of get left out. So I don't think I'm gonna bring 2. I will bring one no matter how many babies she has, but I think it would just kind of be like fitting going into the next generation. And it wouldn't be a conversation with Allison if she didn't try to kiss you. And she tried and failed, and then he was getting angry at her. So she went back to dancing. Get her fun up. Yes, girl. And then it was time for her to just go to bed, call it a night. I ended up resetting the town because this one girl, I think her name is like Rolanda, was getting stuck every 20 minutes and giving me spam notifications. So I finally yeah, there she is. There she is. So Allison was finally off of work and she didn't get a promotion. She's, I think, halfway at this point. But I had to have her take it easy because her fun was so low that I really couldn't do anything other than take it easy. So I wanted her to head back to her plot of land to start planting her seeds. And then I sold the rest of the extras of the seeds. I also went ahead and sold everything that she got. She got these weird shelves, makeup, and toilet paper and a sink, which pretty much all of this to us was useless because the sink can't even be placed unless it has a wall. So I just went ahead and sold everything but the sink because the sink can actually be used later. This gave her about 500 simoleons, which was good. We're working in the right direction as long as she doesn't keep spending it. In like one of her work days, she befriended Tom's ex-wife, which I think is really funny. But she had bills. I had gotten the notification that I needed to pay bills, and they were about like $40. So they weren't too bad, but they're going to keep raising as I build there. So we need to start getting an income. Her boss had called her, or she called her boss and gotten a deeper conversation prompt, so I answered it. And sometimes if the sim is close enough, that sim will travel from wherever they are over to where like you are to then talk to you. And that's what happened with her boss. I stalked Don, tried to call him, and he wouldn't answer. He wanted nothing to do with me. So I had her talk it up with her boss for a little bit. And now they're best friends. And I didn't even know this, but she can ask for a promotion. And that's what I had her do. So she did get her promotion. So we did get a few more simoleons. I think we were sitting at like 700 something at this point. But she kept spending it per usual. So that didn't really last long. I am really truly getting fed up with having her just sleep on a random public lot. So I thought that maybe we had enough money to buy a bed. And technically we did. But I just didn't want to spend a lot of money on one that wasn't good. Like energy. I know there is one that is around like 1,000 simoleons, which has energy level 7, which is really good for like that cheap of a bed. So I ended up just not getting anything because I just couldn't spend that much money that we like just made on it. And at this point, I knew Dawn had cooled off, and I was determined to have them fix their friendship because she wants to go out on a date with him, and I really want to make that possible. And I was trying to get my game to show me where they are, which sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I knew Dawn was home. So I decided to, take a little trip over there, say hey, how's it going? Pulled up to his little shack barn thing, which just wait until you see the inside of it. Like it's pure gold. And on the way there, I had this bright idea to get a bike. So she stopped spending money. And she can get around places a lot faster than running. Obviously not faster than driving, but I decided to make it blue, turquoise-ish color for our lepacy color, of course. And then I just sold the little stand that it sat on to get some money back. And yeah, at this point, she had made it to Dawn's, and she had rung the doorbell, and then I got distracted and had her go pick up a seed. But it still prompted him to like let me know that we were here. And he came out, and I'm like, great, like we're gonna talk. No. Come on. Like, Dawn, you know you want us. It's okay. Stop asking questions like, how did I find where you live and stuff like that. We're gonna get back together. So stop acting like this. Which they weren't even together, but they're gonna become friends again. So I am speeding this process up because this was a whole lot of me picking and choosing exactly what like interactions to do, like interactions that I knew that I don't think could be denied. So I think I just kept complimenting his house. I would flatter him and praise him constantly. And you can see the red bar slowly go down. And at this point, they had found out that they were both schmoozers, which I thought they would kind of like know that already because they're both the same trait. But that was not something that like instantly clicked with them, which was really weird and interesting. But this whole thing was done with deeper conversations. Like, I don't think it would be possible for them to make up if it wasn't for deeper conversations. So this is kind of important to know. In the middle of them like being angry at each other, I had her consider attractiveness, and she said a 1 out of 10, which is so far from what she had thought of him originally. Like, I think originally it was like 7 out of 10. So I had finally got it up to the point where they would actually speak to each other, and I realized that she had an attraction for him, like the actual moodlet. And I haven't seen this in so long in this game because I have a mod that is called Retuned Attractions, and it basically completely retunes it because if you know the base game Sims 3, it will literally make your sim attracted to almost anyone. I don't even think there's anything that is even like considered whenever they like make the attractions. Like it is just full blam, like they like everyone, which is fine, but it kind of gets like boring, and like this spices it up. Like, I want my sim to be attracted to whoever they're with, so it's kind of like hard to find someone who's actually like that. This mod has different like versions, I guess, or like different retunings, and I have the variety one, which means that like they have to have similar traits, their lifetime wish have to kind of add up, like all this stuff is needed. And it's so weird to me because before, whenever they were romantic interests, she never had this, and now all of a sudden she had it. And I had her reconsider his attractiveness, and now it's a 10 out of 10, which is completely different from the time before, which means I feel like a little scientist right now, but that basically means that because we discovered his trait as a schmoozer, she likes him more, which beforehand, I always thought that whenever they first meet, even though you didn't know the traits, they would always take the traits into consideration, and that's how they would kind of become like attracted to each other, was through there. But it turns out like you have to actually know their traits, which I think is so interesting. Like, I never knew that. I've been playing with these mods for over a year now, never knew that, and thought that was so freaking cool. So shout out to these mod creators. I don't know if that is Retuned Attractions and NROS like working together or what, but I thought that was so cool. So here's a little house tour of Dawn. Dawn's house. He has a weird little thing that made me do a double take. I don't even know what this is. Like, why is there a bunny on the wall? You don't have a child. Like, you're weird. So, yeah. I had her come over and Flirty asked to spend the night because she needs somewhere to stay. And I was really hoping he wouldn't reject it. I figured that he wouldn't. Sometimes Sims like hold a grudge, but he didn't. No, he didn't. And let me just say, I need them to get together. Actually, like it's not a want anymore. Like I need them to get together. He is so attractive, and I just know that they would make some cute babies. Like you can't sit here and tell me that they wouldn't make cute babies. So after he allowed us to sleep over, I went ahead and just had her shower, take care of herself a bit, and was hoping that he would go back to making his thing, and he did, like the king that he is. And watch the shower time, by the way, like so much faster than the gym. And Dawn made us some lovely microwaved hot dogs. Yum. And yeah, that was pretty much it. This is where I was ending the episode. I do apologize for this being different and it being a voiceover. I just simply like could not record this again. I don't think I'd be able to replicate everything that just happened. And I couldn't even go back in the save. And I thought that too many good things happened anyway for me to just be like, oh yeah, so this, and this happened. Because that's just not fair to you guys. Like, this was a good episode. But let me know what you guys think of this like voiceover episode. I don't know. I enjoyed some of it, but also some of it was really tedious. I think it's mostly just tedious because I already said all of this stuff. But just let me know. And thank you guys so much again. I just checked recently and I'm almost at 70 subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.